The old world is visible today. Terrifying data from Eurostat. Last year, over 20% of the EU population were at risk of poverty or social exclusion. Is the European Union approaching a turning point? Let's examine all the political elements and put them in place. This is Mendeleev's table. Let's figure it out together. Europe has almost no time left to maintain its position in a harsh world. Bloomberg agency employees have come to this bleak forecast for the European garden, a kind of requiem for a dream. The EU's ambitions to become an independent political force are now under threat due to economic decline, external threats, and political paralysis. Miscalculated, but where? Let's analyze the example of France, which bet on the Olympics and perhaps forgot about the well-being of its own citizens. The homeless were evicted beyond the 101st kilometer. 10 camps were dispersed. They hid all visual signs, but it didn't help solve the global problem of declining living standards. The poverty rate among people aged 60 and over continues to rise, says an annual report by a charitable organization. On social media, the French compare how the elites and ordinary people eat. These are already shots from Bordeaux. They show hundreds of students lining up to get their piece of bread. For them, it's the only way to eat properly. According to the local association Linky, which organizes free food distribution, the number of those in need has doubled in 2 years. There are people close to me who have stolen or continue to steal to eat. There are also those who simply don't eat. Paying for their food, paying for an apartment, and dedicating time to studies is almost impossible. Prices have risen, and everything has become really expensive in recent years. Ransacked stores and empty wallets are the modern realities for the residents of Martinique. Food prices here are 40% higher than in mainland France. The maritime tax is to blame. Protests against the high cost of living have flared up on the island with renewed vigor. Clashes with the gendarmes are inevitable.
We are unarmed. Come talk, discuss. They are all flashbang grenades. They come to us with shields, but we are not at war. We are not at war.
The prefect of Martinique extended the curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. across the island until at least October 21st. An economic crisis is also predicted for Germany. Without blue fuel from Russia, the German economy stalls. Poverty also envelops the residents of Lithuania, as the director of the national network of the Organization for Combating Poverty admitted 589,000 people in the country live below the poverty risk line. That's more than 1 in 5. In Estonia, the consumer price index in September rose by more than 3% compared to the previous year. Meanwhile, 37% of people believe their economic situation is worsening. 35% of respondents admitted they have to choose what to buy and look for discounts. It turns out that Europeans are paying for the well-being of those across the ocean. The American economy turns other wealthy countries to dust, reports The Economist, frankly. For such a dubious partnership, where one dictates and the other complies, countries still have to pay, both figuratively and literally.